Hello and welcome back to another TEKDEP tutorial. My name is Nicholas and today we are going to be doing a top case replacement for a Dell XPS 159570. Now, our customer brought us in their XPS because down at the bottom, their hinge actually broke off a portion that connects it directly to the top case. Unfortunately, the only way to repair this is by replacing the entire top case, so that means the keyboard goes with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you from start to finish a full top case replacement for your Dell XPS, and just at the end of it, you too will know how to repair this specific computer. So let's get started. Now, first things first, like with any repair, we are going to take apart the FAC. This specific computer and a lot of these Dell XPSs all have the same configuration. So there are a couple of screws on the outer edge that are the T5 screw, but there's also two screws that are underneath the lip here, and both of these are Phillips. Grab the T5 and go ahead and get started. Once you have undone all of those, you will switch to a Phillips and undo the two screws that are underneath this lip. Now, normally you would use a pry tool to get around the back and then open it up this way. But since this is already a bit off, we can just kind of pull it and it should just pop right off. Yours may require a bit of prying. First things first, like with any repair, we're just going to go ahead and disconnect the battery first just to make it safe to work on. Doing this will make sure that there's no electricity still in the board. So while you are undoing everything from the computer, you will not damage anything. But just go ahead and undo the battery connector, open it up, and hold down the power button for about 10 seconds. Now, right here, as you can see, that is where the issue comes from. The other side has popped completely out. This side is a little specific and we have to be careful because it's pulling on the logic board over here too. But I'm going to zoom in just to kind of show you what I mean. So on this side, the bottom portion that is normally connected to the top case, actual plastic has been ripped out from the hinges. This happens and it's a pretty common issue, but it's usually easier to be replaced than you think. Unfortunately, you do have to take everything out of the computer. So we're just gonna kind of show you from start to finish how to go ahead and do that. We're gonna start with the battery and then move on upwards to the more important stuff. So we'll start there. We'll grab our Phillips head screwdriver and undo the Phillips head screws that are around it. And then go ahead and remove the battery and place this off to the side. The only main things that we'll have to be taking out are obviously disconnecting the LCD from the top case, but also taking out the entire logic board. So we're gonna start by undoing some of the more important things, like we can take out the RAM now. The way you take out the RAM is simply by pressing both of the clips to the side, and it should just pop out. Then we'll move on to the SSD. And then gently move it out like so. The Wi-Fi next, up in the top corner. This is the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chip. And then on it, there is two antennas, which you simply just get under with your pry tool and pull those out. And then you can gently remove the Wi-Fi chip. And then there is another cable down here that is connected to the display that we'll take out here. The fan connector over here on this side. Undo the trackpad and the keyboard connector. On the right side, this connector down here is to the speakers down at the bottom. And you can undo this simply by lifting it up. Another fan connector. We're going to unscrew this protective cover because under it is your LCD connector. With this one, you simply just get under it and pull directly up. That should just pop right off. And then your power cable. Once you've done that, we can then take out the two fans. Both of them are going to have a couple of screws. And then what we're going to do is just go around and disconnect all of the remaining screws that are holding the motherboard down. Once you've done that, just do a quick once over to make sure that you did not miss any cables as well as any screws that are holding it down. And once you are sure that you haven't, just go ahead and start to lift up your logic board from the bottom. And then as soon as it goes up around the back, you should just be able to lift it up. And then we'll put this to the side and make sure that we can reconnect it. All right, so now that you have that outside part that is connected to the top case, and then it should simply fall right out. Now we are going to reuse the power cable, so go ahead and grab that. But everything else in here is going to go away, and then we are going to grab our new top case. But first, we do have to undo the two hinges on the right side because we need to take out what's left and we need to reuse these screws. Now, if you've gotten this far and you think that maybe it might be a bit too complicated of a repair, that's completely okay. We have a mail-in repair form on our website that you can go ahead and fill out with all the information about your specific repair, if it's this one or if it's a different one, and then we take all the hassle out of it for you. So go ahead to the link down in the description down below. Go to our website, fill out the mail-in repair, and we can send you a quote with an ETA and get everything handled for you. Now that we have fully undone the display, we're going to take our new top case, which you can also buy here at TEKDEP.com, and we're going to go ahead and install it. Same way we install it is how we got it out. So we're going to go ahead and slide it in under the hinges, like so. You may have to bend it up just a tad. Once it is in under the hinges and all of the cables are out of the way, you should just be able to hold it down and gently compress it. Reinstall the power cable down below and press down the hinge. Move along to the other side. And after that, we will go ahead and reinstall our motherboard. Take your motherboard, place it in first with this side facing down, top side, and then gently make sure that it goes into place. There are a couple of circles on this side part of the top case goes into, and it should fit snug. And make sure that all of your cables that are supposed to go on it are outside, so like these two down here. Now we're going to start putting everything back together. I'm going to start specifically by screwing in these 4 motherboard screws that we took out. So there's going to be 2 on top, 2 on the left side, 1 in the very top corner. While I'm here, I'm going to put this in because we're going to do our plug this connector in for the power button because we are going to do our fans, and then we will take our left fan first. You'll know it's the left because of this curve here. Then we'll reinstall the fan connector and the 2 screws. We'll move on to the right fan. And this one only had 1 screw. I don't know if they come like that or if it was missing one to begin with, but we'll just put in the 1. All right, now it's looking like a full computer again. So we're gonna go around and connect the multiple flex cables that are around it. So we'll start down here at the bottom with the keyboard connector. And then over here with the power connector and LCD. And then the front camera. And we will install our Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chip. And then reinstalling the antennas is a little tricky. So they are color coordinated. So the black one will be here on the right. You basically just want to line it up over the top and then gently press down. It should hear a click. And we'll reinstall the protector. Then the SSD. 2 strips of RAM. They only can go in one way, and they should line up with this little hinge here. You just go ahead and put it in, press down directly, and it should go in just fine. We'll reinstall our protector for the LCD. And then lastly, the battery. And then just go ahead and plug it back in. Grab your backplate. Go ahead and press it down and reinstall the and then final 2 underneath the XPS logo. And last thing you need to do is just open it up, turn it on. Backlight on the keyboard is working. Whenever you have fully taken apart not only the battery, but also the RAM, we'll go through something that's called a CMOS reset. If your computer doesn't turn on right away, just give it a little bit of time. You will see a Dell logo and your computer will be all good to go and fixed. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you need any of the parts that we used in this video, feel free to take a look. They should be in the link in the description down below. Or if you need a good screwdriver, feel free to go ahead and grab one of our TEKDEP repair toolkits. They will have 145 different bits. So just about anything you need, from a household appliance to maybe even your computer, tablet, or cell phone. And if you got to the end of this video, feel free to leave us a like. It really helps us out, and definitely check and see if you are subscribed. If you're not, it would help us out greatly if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It allows us to go ahead and create these tutorials for you so you can become a professional repair person as well. But thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment down below or check out any other of our videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.